And here is the equipment. You can attach the liner to it. Hello everybody and welcome at the promised presentation of our modifications of the Poncho liner. Before we start with complete presentation, I want to mention that the liner can be folded in basically nice pillow with the modifications with it, and certainly with the original liner you have strings here and you can basically do the same, but this is much faster because you do not need to make any knots. You will just snap a couple snaps together and you are done, and this can be very comfortable pillow for you. So what we did to the liner, we added snaps on certain places. This military standard of 8.5 inches between each snap is identical for ponchos, tarps, even sleeping bags, bivies. So you can imagine that this liner can be not even used as a poncho liner, but it can be used at a variety of other equipment. Army Gore-Tex Bivy, modified sleeping bag, poncho, and also the Marines ground tarp. Now I want to show you what we did regarding snaps and also additional helpers. As you see, we installed, it's called double stud or gypsy stud. It means it's a snap, but you can snap one here and also you can snap on the other end, so it never ends. You can combine two gypsy studs together and create, like I said, never-ending loop, which is extremely useful for attaching more and more layers. As other helper, as I mentioned, we installed plastic cable holders, so they basically created loop. It's possible to put paracord through it, so you can tie the area together like this. Now you know what we added to poncho liner. We certainly didn't cut out the original strings. They can always become handy. And the snaps are basically on three sides of the liner. This side has only one snap. You will see quickly why. Here are snaps, and here is the side with the loop snaps. So it's possible to tie this area together. I will also show you why. First, I want to show you the use of the liner itself as some kind of sleeping bag or sleeping blanket. As you probably know, the liner has these ties and you can tie them together and make connection, but they are only in the middle and at the ends. So all this is open. You cannot attach it with the original liner. That's why we added snaps, so you can just quickly snap the side together with the gypsy studs. Doesn't matter, you can just turn them if needed, but it's designed to be snapped that one side overlap the other one, so it's even more closed, like this. So now you have simple tube with closed sides. As I mentioned, they overlap each other, so nicely make the connection. And you can either use it as it is, so sleep in a tube. If you want to sleep with your boots and stick them out, that's completely fine. If needed, you can close it by snaps, so it makes wide end, or you just have these strings which you close like this, make quick knot, whatever, and the end is closed, so you can basically get inside the sleeping tube and just have it like this, closed end, and have the standard liner sleeping bag. I'm not gonna take the liner sleeping bag apart because I will show you how to attach it quickly to the Bivy cover. So let's say you want the end closed as is, so just add it, put it inside the Bivy like this. And now the best part. Basically the Bivy has the snaps which are also gypsy type. So you can just open this end a little bit, let's say 4 or 5 snaps, and just attach it the same way as it's meant for the military sleeping system. Just add the layer here. So now it's attached, and the middle snap is here for this snap we added, so you can just snap it there so it's somehow holding in the middle as well. And here you have attached Poncho liner to the Bivy. So again, it holds nicely together with snaps right here, and as before you just crawl in, and that's it. Liner attached to Bivy cover for a little bit colder temperatures. So attach the sleeping bag to the liner and the Bivy. You will do the same, just put the end at the bottom and start from the top at the Bivy. The snaps again are matching 8.5 inches, and quickly, nicely can be snapped in the line with all existing layers. Everything is in a line. So, and here we have the other side. Just quickly, you don't need to tie anything, you don't need to make any arrangements. Everything is already prepared and measured and installed for you. So you have again another layer attached in 20 seconds, and it will add, let's say, ability to sleep in, let's say, 30s, I believe, around 30-40 degrees, because the liner itself is nice insulating layer, and the sleeping bag is good addition. So again, everything is lined. You will just get inside. Oh, it's getting very hard here. And all can be closed as one piece, like this. And you are ready to sleep quickly and efficiently. And if this configuration is not enough for the outside temperature, you can add another sleeping bag, which is not modified anyhow, but I use it for the last year episode when I slept in 0 Fahrenheit. So you can just again put it inside all the layers you already have. Like I said, this is the original idea and system for military. So somehow we didn't come up with the layer style, but we just added our ideas to it. And this sleeping bag is zipping in the middle, not on the right side. That's why it's not easy to add it by snaps, otherwise it would not work. So it has to be separately in the system, but it's not big deal. You will just cover it like this, and as you see, it's already very puffy, very bulky, so it will keep you warm, I believe, in 0, even minus Fahrenheit. I'm confident. So we can call this basically ultimate sleeping system. You have Gore-Tex Bivy, you have Poncho liner, you have standard sleeping bag for temperatures around 40s, something like that, and you have heavy down sleeping bag for additional 30 degrees at least, so around 0 for sure. Alright, now we are down to these two pieces of equipment. This is Poncho, and certainly Poncho liner was made for use at Poncho mainly. We made video where I used the Poncho and the liner without modifications, just with strings. Basically the original version, and I slept outside. It was around 65, maybe 70 degrees overnight, so nothing crazy, and it worked very nice. But once we saw the problem that when you attach these strings to the Poncho, this complete area is open, it's not closed. So we come up with the solution of snaps, and as you see, they already become very versatile. So probably don't need to add it to the Poncho. Everybody can somehow understand how it works, because if you want to make sleeping bag from the Poncho and the liner, you just attach them together. Poncho has snaps as well, with the same space between each other. The ability of the Poncho to be closed and snap together is not lost. This time I will open the end. We really like snap system, especially those gypsy studs, because of the option added to almost anything what has snaps. So this is one side attached to the Poncho, as you see, and the gaps between each side, or between each snaps, is almost not that bad. Let's say 8 inches instead of, I don't know, 30. So this is one side added. Certainly you will snap the other side to the poncho and just close it like this. Make a tube again. You can close this end with the string like this. Again, quickly, efficiently. Close the hood. And the poncho and the liner sleeping bag is ready to be used. And certainly by closing the feet, you will trap more heat and it's much more efficient. So like this, you will snap the poncho together again with gypsy studs, and it's ready for you. And if you remember at the beginning, I mentioned that one side of the liner does not have snaps 8.5 inches apart, only in the middle. And the reason why is that when you would have snaps right here and you will sleep basically only on this liner, you will feel those snaps all night, which is really annoying, trust me. And the last piece of equipment is this Marine Corps ground tarp, which by the way is excellent tarp. Little bit expensive, but excellent. It's double-sided. You can use it like it's meant for, to sleep on it, or certainly it can be used as a tarp over you. Also, this tarp is meant to be snapped together as a sleeping tube or to be snapped with another tarp. So you can basically make 4 of these and create a huge area covered by these excellent tarps. As you see, the ground tarp is bigger than the liner because it's not meant to work together. But still, by adding the snaps, it can be added together if needed. The tarp has, again, 8.5 inches space between snaps. The snaps are plastic, which makes the tarp lighter. So you can add the liner to the tarp as you need. It depends on the situation you are in, and also, like I said, what you want to achieve. But still, it can be, let's say, snapped. It's not matching perfectly because it's basically bonus for the liner to be attached like this. But still, the option is there if needed, just to again make the sleeping tube and somehow enhance it with the liner to make really quick sleeping option in not nice weather. It's snapped on the top and right here. So again, you will make this kind of tube. You can snap these ends together and just close it again with quick knot, quick release knot, like this. Let's say you can put this extra part under you to make another layer which will possibly cover you from moisture and everything, and you will just get inside. Here is the liner and here is the tarp. Works nicely. Okay, so you so far saw the sleeping system modification and the tarp and poncho options. And we are not done yet. We come up with another use, so I want to show you. The modification is basically two options how to wear the liner as garment or as a jacket or kind of vest. Let me show you. By the way, I am sweating like a horse. Outside is 85 and I am in the garage and crawling inside all insulated layers for 0 Fahrenheit. Crazy idea. So to make a vest from the liner, we have a rule that the original tag, talking about cleaning and other stuff, has to be from outside, always. If you are putting it in the sleeping system or in the tarp, always outside. So just put the longer side together like this. You can add this snap to this middle one, and also if needed can be snapped here. Make sure one snap is at the corner. Same here. And now add one snap in the middle, from each corner in the middle, like this, to create these two loops. And this entire modification can be put overhead. Just make sure you put hands through the loops correctly. Like this. As you see, it's covering my entire back, and also as a bonus, it can be either snapped in the middle. Again, the beauty of gypsy studs, you can snap 20 of these together and it will still work. Certainly these lines are still here. It's covering almost until knees, and it can be worn as vest if needed. Under arms can be somehow tied together, even tighter, so you keep the warm air around your body even more. And the other option how to wear this vest even tighter, because you see it's opening here, so the warm air will escape. You can wear it basically as some kind of wrap around like this, protecting your kidneys even more. Just put it like that and wrap it around you, and these original ties become handy, so you can just tie it at the back as you need, and or certainly add some kind of stoppers, and this is even tighter, even more protected of your upper body, which is the most important, the core. You can sleep with this configuration because you have another protective layer at the kidneys and also at the front. And now you can just take the poncho and put it over you. and you are completely protected with your upper body. If needed, you can make quick emergency shelter. You can stay in the rain like this even hour, sit down and wait. Also, you will be protected with the liner against cold, wind and also moisture or water. And you can finally easily wear the liner under the poncho without any problems and also comfortably. And there is also another option how to wear the liner. The beginning of the configuration is the same, just attach the longer sides together and basically just put the liner around you. Here you have the snaps at the end, snap them together, and also you can make some kind of sleeves for your hands, again by the beauty of gypsy studs, like this. So you have free movement. Just this portion somehow have to be, let's say, tied to your belt or something. It's not the best option, but it's probably quicker than the vest configuration, and you have nice cover all over up to your head, which is good because the vest is open. So both configurations are good for certain needs. Certainly this option can be done with ties as well, but as I said, I would probably attach it to the belt to keep it down, and maybe use simply one of these clips. You can just do this and you are done. So this is another option as well. Will keep you warm, and you can also make this kind of shelter with poncho over you. Alright, we hope you enjoyed this presentation of modifications of the poncho liner. We definitely want to test the configuration with the Bivy, also with the additional sleeping bag systems. Obviously there are many other ways how to snap this together or snap it to something, or use this string to tie it to tree, whatever, make a barrier. Not probably hammock, it's not gonna hold more than, let's say, 10 pounds or 15, but still it can be used for so many other purposes. Thank you very much for watching, for your time, comments and support. Don't forget to visit our website modernsurvivaltactics.com. Also, if you like our patch, you can buy it from our store. And the next video in a row is planned to show our project of car survival kit. So stay tuned and take care.